I support. I said it. Deport. I support. I said it. Deport. I said. I support it. I said deport.
I support legendary warriors all day long.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm about to. What's been going on, Artist Exchange? I see you've been posting your shows. I'm looking at my hair. This lipstick is not my color. Oh, well. Testing, no audio.
Peace, and blessings. I definitely want to welcome you all back for another great episode. You know my name is Celebrity Interviewer. I said it. Is this the show? And you know, I had the greatest opportunity to be able to bring you the best guests from around the world, from people that's in the entertainment industry, people that's in media, along with people that's making a difference in the community around the world. And this beautiful woman to my right, you know, maybe to my left, you know, whatever side of the world you may be looking on. You know, I have a very talented young lady, very talented superstar. Check this out. I'd like to welcome to the show TV actress, former executive producer, and founder of the Literacy Corner, owner of Unshakable Faith Productions.
Unshakable Faith.
Host, right? Unshakable Faith Productions. Host, movie director, screenwriter, multi-award winning Christian screenwriter, along with your 2020 International Screenwriter of the Year. And I'm talking about featuring the one and only, the Soulwriter, aka Miss Laura Poindexter. Salute, Queen, and welcome to the show.
Salute to you, King. Thank you so much for having me as your guest. For real. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome. And welcome, really, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm really happy to have you. And I always start, you know, just ask, you know, first, how's your day?
My day is going well. I'm detoxing. I'm getting some sleep, some rest. You see, I did my CMOS post. So you know, I try to really take care of myself, and my day is going really, really good. I'm keeping it low and on the inside.
Okay, absolutely. I see you. I love the background. You look nice. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
You look great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. So basically what I do on this on my platform, like I just want to again celebrate your legacy, you know, you've been doing some incredible things. Like I told you before the show, I was looking at your IG and I was amazed, you know what I mean, just by the history of, you know, the transition, the different doors you can walk through, and you know, and all the accomplishments really. And still with that being said, what I like to do is I like to start from the beginning. because sometimes people they see all the success, but they don't know the struggle behind it in the story of how you got here, the steps that you had to take, the sacrifices you had to make. So if I may, I like to start. Where are you originally from?
Originally from New York, Harlem.
Harlem, New York. That's what I'm talking about. In the
Harlem in
house.
the building, baby. Harlem in the building all day, every day.
I heard that. I heard that. So who was the most famous person in Harlem when you was growing up?
Wow, we had a whole lot of ghetto superstars. Nikki Bonds, believe it or not, probably was one of the most famous people from the street side of things. So he probably is one of the most famous people growing up in Harlem.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And then so that's when I'm little, but AZ, Alpo, Rich Porter, I grew up with all them cats. I grew up with all them cats. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So now, going back again to Harlem, all I can think of is Harlem World because of me. You know what I'm saying? And, so every time I hear Harlem, because I grew up on hip hop, a lot of hip hop, it's just stuck in my head, Harlem World. So, coming from Harlem World, what was your world like, as a young lady, a young little girl, like what was your dreams and aspirations, or did you, dream big?
Absolutely. So coming from Harlem, you just remember Harlem is a pocket of New York City. So I think the broader spectrum of being raised in New York provided me with a very diversified culture. We had Spanish Harlem, we had the Jamaicans, Italians, like it's truly, truly a melting pot. And I was fortunate enough to be exposed to a myriad of things growing up. However, my aspiration was to become a dancer. That's what I wanted to do from the time that I can remember. I wanted to be a dancer.
Absolutely. Okay. And so, did you was pursuing your parents or guardians, whatever like that, to do dancing? Were you vocal about it?
I was very vocal about it. So you got to remember that I come from a two-parent household. My mother and my father, they were married. I have one
Okay.
younger sibling, but my mother passed when I was 6 years old. So I went to live with my paternal grandmother. She raised me and my sister. And I was really, really fortunate because I danced for the Dance Theater of Harlem for about 5 to 6 years. So anything that we
Mm.
wanted to do, we came from a family that truly supported what we wanted to do as young children. Sometimes children have a child says, I want to be the president, or I want to be an astronaut, or I want to be a doctor, because
Right.
the parents don't know that type of dream. The parents have been able to make it by earning a living in traditional 9 to 5s. You will sometimes hear stories of kids that say, well, my parents didn't support my dream. That wasn't the case for me. Both myself and my sister, we were completely supported in anything that we wanted to do.
That's beautiful, and that's a blessing
Yeah.
to have it. You know what I mean? That experience, in your household. Now, with that being said, just growing up, knowing that that's what you wanted to do, you pursued it, and you had the backing of the parents behind you. You know, you know, did you start, in high school? Did you were like in any like social clubs or anything like that, or did they have it in
I
your high school?
So when I went to move with my grandmother, I was suffering from PTSD. I didn't know it at the time. All right.
Um,
So all through elementary school, up until probably the middle of junior high school, I was on track. I was ahead of the cheerleaders. I was dancing for the Dance Theater of Harlem when I was in
mm,
elementary school. And
right,
so again, growing up in the urban environment, people that are on the outside looking in, they're like, oh, the ghetto, this and the ghetto, that. What they don't realize is that um, all ghettos, all of them, outside of what you see in the propaganda that all we do is drink and shoot and whore around, the ghetto provides a very strong foundation for people of color. We are safe inside of those pockets. My my grandmother raised me, but the neighbor could whip my behind if I got out of line. You know what I mean? Well, we had this weird thing. If it was something that we needed to eat and my grandmother ran out of sugar, she'd say, go over and go to Miss Joyce's house. I said, Miss Joyce ain't home. Just go on in there and go in Miss Joyce's house and get some sugar. So people didn't understand that. For us, growing up, we did have an understanding that we might not have had as much as others, but the ghetto was a happy place for me. It was a happy place for me, and I can't speak for my whole community, but we were very close knit, and it was a lot of love in my hood. It was a lot of love in my hood. So, what happens is that you still have the underbelly. The ghetto has the underbelly because people have to eat. And then people wanting to eat, they're going to eat by any means necessary. So while I came up being a really good student, very engrossed in extracurricular activities, when I got a certain age, I wanted to see what was out there. And that's what I did. And that's when things began to change for me in terms of the path that I was on. I went a completely different way, you know. And so for some time, I was kind of out. I was out there.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know, at the same time, respectively, you know, we all come to a point where we have to change, and you know, we all definitely make mistakes. You know, if we didn't, I wouldn't be here in front of you, and you wouldn't be in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I've made so many mistakes. You know what I'm saying, in my life. You know what I mean? I look back at my life, and I'm like, man, if I only would have did this, I would have did that. I would be like, man, where I'm at now, I felt like I could have been here 10, 15 years ago. You know, but I chose another path. You know. And what I consider shortcuts and found. There is no shortcut.
There is no shortcut.
You got to do it. You got to do it. So tell me about, you know, what helped you to turn your life around when you were, you know, in this place to where, you know, you knew that, you know, this isn't where you belong, and you know that you were greater than this, and that, you know, you were more talented, and you just, God had something better for you. What was the thing that helped turn it around for you?
I was pregnant with my son.
Okay.
I found out I was pregnant with my son. And so the love that I had for my unborn child was greater than any and everything. And that was the beginning of me starting to turn my life around. That was the beginning of me at least I got clean, I got sober. I moved to Maryland with my family. My family's like, come to Maryland, we got you, whatever. And that was the beginning of me turning my life around in terms of being addicted to substances. But once I got clean and became a mother, I had wasted a lot of time in the street. So I didn't really have any viable skills. I didn't have any viable work skills. I had a good foundation. I knew how to cook. I knew how to clean, but I didn't have any viable skills. And so working at McDonald's or Walmart, and I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking nobody's hustle, but I needed to take care of my child at a different level. And so based on my desire to take care of my child at a different level, I decided that I was going to go back to what I know. And then I started selling drugs so that my kid didn't have to go to private school. Public school. My son went to private school. You know, he didn't have to wait for me to get no check once a month. If he wanted something, he got it. And so my thinking was still a little twisted. You understand? So we don't get everything all at once. We get bits and pieces, but there is a lot of irony in the fact that the drug that was killing me, I chose to actually deal that drug to somebody else's kid. And it's crazy because my father was a drug dealer. His daughter was a drug addict. I became a drug dealer, and my son right now is an active drug addict. So we have to look at generational curses, the decisions that we make, and the consequences associated with them. But the thing that made me decide to come out of the street and stop using was being pregnant with my son. And when I decided I couldn't raise my son on welfare, I started selling drugs. And within 2 years, I got popped on interstate transportation. And that is when I made the change to change all of this around.
Yeah, well, when you say you got popped, what you went to jail or what?
Oh, for sure.
I'm saying, like, I don't know.
For sure. They got me coming back from New York to Baltimore. CDS possession of packaging materials, transportation of a dangerous substance across state lines. They was like, yo, they was like, we can mash you. For me, the saving grace was a couple of things. I had never been arrested before.
Wow.
I had never been the whole time I was using, I had never been arrested. Right. And I write about this judge. I don't even remember her name, but I write about this judge often. I speak about this judge often, that when I went, because I was in federal court, and when I went before her, she had a lot of compassion on me. She had a lot of, it's like she knew me. And the reason why I say that is because I know the system, and I know they've been mashing people of color for way less offenses than they mash other people for. So I thought she was gonna smash me, but she didn't. And of course she did. She gave me some time, but what she did that was mind blowing is that I had to also do community service. She gave me 100 hours of community service in the courthouse. And that is what changed my life, because within 100 hours, I saw broken people and a broken system. I saw people coming in not knowing their rights, but they had been, when I had access to their paperwork. You don't know your rights, but you've been in the system 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. I seen public defenders with stacks and stacks and stacks of files, and I'm thinking to myself, you getting ready to represent these people. You don't know their name. You don't know their chart. Like within that 100 hours, I could see the brokenness from every angle. And in fact, made me want to really change my life and actually go back and be a benefit to my community. I felt like I had robbed my community long enough when I was out there wilding. You know what I'm saying? Then I come back into the community. I'm selling drugs. So when I got it together, I wanted to go back and really kind of like make some amends for everything that I had did over the years.
Right, absolutely. That's really deep. That's a lot. First, I'd just like to start a response by saying, prayers to you and your son, and I'm glad again that you was able to beat your addiction, and I pray that he is able to beat his, and that he used you and continue to be inspiration to him, as he was an inspiration to you, for you to stop using drugs, and maybe he can continue to watch what you do, and as your accomplishments continue to grow, he'll see that it's not worth it.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely, love. Now, with that being said, so now you turn your life around. You decide you're not gonna after getting popped. You're not gonna you saw the light basically, and is that what led to Unshakable Faith Productions?
Actually, no. Once I got it together and I started working in the community, I worked from the ground up. I was really great showing up to work on time. I was putting it in, and I started to graduate up the corporate ladder. I finally got into recovery and addictions. I worked administratively at first, and then I got into counseling. And because of this, like, I have to go back to this community service. It really allowed me to see that we couldn't make significant change in urban communities. Number one is because the system that they claim the system was very, very fractured. That's number one. Number two is that the system is based on money. Everything is based on money. Even the nonprofit. You say as a non, everything is based on money. And if you're dealing with humans, then it can't be based on money, because money can't buy humanity. Once I learned that, I decided that I needed to do administration management, because in administration management, I had the voice to change laws.
Right.
And so I started working with clients on a level of, if you came to me and you were getting ready to be incarcerated and you had child support, I would go into court with you and I would stop your child support. And I would say, Your Honor, Joe Blow is getting ready to do 2 years. He has child support. If you continue to amass his child support payments while he's incarcerated, when he comes out and finds a job, he's only going to get a job paying minimum wage. That job is then going to extract for his child support. What is he working for? His chances of going back to commit the same crime becomes greater because we're not giving him a chance. That's a lot of what I did. If a parent came to me and their children or child was taken away and put in the foster care system, they got it together. They got a Section 8. They working. They said they still giving our a hard time to get our kid back. We setting up a foster care meeting. And so I went in and I found that my groove was to earnestly and honestly help people based on humanity. And I did that for a long time. Again, I worked for Veterans Administration. I worked for drug court. And I've even worked as a site supervisor for Johns Hopkins Center for Social Concern. So for a great portion of my life, about 23 years, I worked in the community. I worked feverishly. I love what I did. And for real, I was married to my job. Every day when I got up and went to work, my main goal was to help somebody. And I didn't give a damn about that clock I was punching. My supervisors was like, she's unmanageable. Just let her do what she do. And I did that for 23 years and it was very fulfilling.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So now, being in the workforce and everything and doing that and, just, can you say that you were happy?
I actually was happy because what happens is that if you have a childhood dream and things go off course, and so for me, going off course was mingled with addiction, and a lot of things come with addiction. So when I got out, I wasn't in the mindset to think about my childhood dream. My mindset was you got out. Now you're helping people, you giving back to your community, you making a decent living. Your life is good. Life is good. In 2008, in the economic collapse, that's when I got another really big shake up, wake up. In 2008, I lost everything. Everything. Yo, man. Man. And you know what I'm saying? Getting high was no longer an option. So I'm like, what I gonna do? what I gonna do? And so that's kind of how I started navigating back towards the creative process. And it wasn't a thing where when I say I lost everything, I mean I lost everything. I was living a really very comfortable life, but I really didn't. Huh?
I'm sorry, excuse me. Where were you located at the time?
In Baltimore. When I moved to Baltimore to get sober, that's where I stayed. I lived in Baltimore for 20-something years. I'm a recent Atlanta resident, as recent as about 6 years. I've only been here for about 5 or 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Continue, please.
So when I lost everything, of course, I wanted to kind of get my life back. But there was a transition happening in the spirit, and I didn't know. It was a transition. It was in the spirit, and God has a way of shaking us up so that we can't really get our bearing. Because if we get our bearing in our human capacity, we're going to be under the impression that we are creating or building this new thing. God says, no, I'm going to do a new thing. The only thing that was required of me is to be obedient to what God was trying to do. But because I didn't understand it at the time, I was really, really fighting against it. And I asked him, like, what's up? Well, what's up with this? What do you want me? Like, what do you want me to do? I don't understand. I lost my house, my car, like, all my savings. Like, what do you want me to do? And that's when God told me to write. And that's kind of when the writing and the creative process picked back up for me. I was about 50 years old at the time.
Okay, so you decided to write And at this age right here,
Yep, that was about the time that I started. Damn, you done went in the archives. Where you get that picture from?
I kind of I do this a little bit.
Okay.
But
Yep, that's
this
me.
is actually, yeah, this is the beautiful picture that you took when you were about to turn 50 years old.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay, you did your research. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture too. So I had to show it. But yeah, and I'm really proud of you because this was basically during a time of your really powerful transition to where everything really turned around in the entertainment for you.
Yes, it is. It is. But when people talk about their stories and stuff like that, like I'm transparent to the point where I make people uncomfortable with my transparency. And that's not my intent, but I need to say also is that I really don't care how uncomfortable you are with my story. I find that people tend to have discomfort with transparent people because we live in such a fake society. Everybody is fake, phony. Like, I don't have time for it, So, like I said, this journey was hard for me. Like, people was treating me so ratchet when I came down here. Can you imagine? You come down into a town that's popping, into an industry that's built on beauty, age, color. I'm an African American female hitting the 50-mile mark, don't have any formal experience in any of the disciplines, entertainment disciplines. And I'm telling people, I want to be an actress. I want to be this. So for the first few years, it was hard. I think I lived in 6 different places in 2 years when I first came, because the enemy was trying to get me to tap out, trying to get me
Right.
to give up. And God just said, keep pulling. Went to bed cold, hungry. You know what I mean? It was touch and go for a minute, but I stayed in the process and things started to happen for me. I always have to shout out Bobby Huntley because he gave me my first speaking role, Bobby Huntley. And that changed the game for me because Bobby was up and coming. Like, Bobby is doing great things now, but getting that speaking role with Bobby Huntley made people start to pay attention to me. But I tell people all the time, and I'm getting ready to be doing I'll be doing a seminar coming up in December. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But people are in this industry trying to go to the next level, and then we have people working with them, and you got people taking $500 headshots, and you got people coming to your janky agency, and you ain't got shit to like. This industry is so deceptive,
Yeah.
but it was a little bit easier for me because I didn't buy into what anybody told me I needed to be successful. I was told from a higher authority that I got everything I need. So if I got from a higher authority that I got everything I need, you telling me that I need some extra stuff is fugazi. I'm not listening to that. I've been told from a higher authority that I have everything I need. I booked roles with headshots that I took on my phone. You understand what I'm saying? I booked roles and I wasn't signed to an agency. I didn't have a manager. Okay. I walked into doors and got stuff because I was confident and I believed in who I was and I had blinders on. In this industry, you got to be like this because the industry has what I call a pulling energy. It pulls you here. It pulls you there. Go to this event. Come to my red carpet. And all of that will get you off of whatever your goal is. You got to have a goal in mind and you got to stay flat footed with blinders on. And I do that better than most people. And so I think that has a lot to do with how I've been able to move in the industry. And I have a collective what I call it. For me, I eat, and if I mess with you and you're on my team, you eat. Period. And so it's always more difficult for me because I don't have a selfish mindset. So I've been able to sit down and talk to people that say, well, we just want to mess with you. Well, I got here with this person and that person. I wouldn't be talking to you if it wasn't for this person and that person. So I'm sorry, I can't take the deal if you don't want them. Don't get it twisted. If I get a sit down and I got there myself, but people need to realize you ain't gonna never get nowhere you are by yourself. And so I know my grind is different. My hustle is different. How I move is different. Because if you rock with me, then I'm going to rock with you from the cradle to the grave. That's just how I get down.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, you know, I appreciate people that, you know, keep it black and white, keep it 100, keep it 1,000, just be true to themselves and true to the spirit, you know, and follow with their spirit, because, you know, that's the truest that you can be. You know what I mean? Because there's no ego, there's no animosity, no, what do you call it? Ulterior motive. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just love, you know, peace. And, you know, that's how I try to approach people. But, you know, you have to, in this industry sometimes treat people how they treat you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know, because that's what they respect more. You know, if they have an a-hole to you, they respect if you're an a-hole to them.
Yeah.
They don't respect if you not an a-hole to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you just a polite person. So we just be messed up sometimes. We be messed up, you know. But I'd rather be the polite person than you know, let it be known. Whatever you heard, come in,
Yeah.
get to know me, you know what I'm saying? Get to know me first, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just again, you know, want to definitely say I'm really proud of you, everything you've been doing, you know. So please, I have so many great memories of yours, and you know, some accomplishments, some are just, you know, beautiful pictures, because you didn't tell me you was a model. So, you know, I'm gonna put some pictures up.
Oh my God.
So first I want to hold up. So
Oh
this,
man,
that's
shout
just,
out, shout out. Let me talk about this one. Shout out to the MJ on network, Mariah Jarito, another African American sister over 50 doing her thing. She secured her own streaming network, the MJ on network, and she's doing big things. She just had an event. I am an accomplished woman. I was one of the guest speakers. So that is what that picture's from. She is located here in Atlanta, Georgia. You can reach her on the MJ on network across all social media. If you have content, high quality content, and you're trying to get on the actual TV, holla at my girl. She has wonderful, wonderful rates. She's doing it up big. She's going to respect your brand. So yes, that is a picture from the I Am an Accomplished Woman event.
nice. I love it. You look very nice too.
Thank
So
you.
just another random picture. If you can talk about, you know, this moment perhaps.
Oh man, okay. So yeah. So yo, we getting ready to really get into it right now, right? This is I Said It. This is the I Said It show.
All day long.
Oh, I'm getting ready to say some things. Okay. Okay. So we talking about the industry. I just got off, and I'm gonna be diplomatic, but if y'all go on my timeline, y'all will be able to put the pieces together. But I'm always gonna keep it professional, but I'm gonna stay diplomatic. But I'm getting ready to spill the tea. So a good friend of mine that I've never met her before, but we've done really good business over a couple of years, just remotely, referred me to this project. The project of the picture that you saw. I talk to the people, they bring me on to the project. They come with a little bag. That's always great because I'm serious about my dough, right? And they don't know what they're doing. This is 30 days of people not knowing what they're doing. And in addition to not knowing what they're doing, the thing that insulted me the most is that they hid behind Jesus. Oh, the devil is coming up against this project. Oh, people don't want us to succeed. Oh, people are taking advantage. Yo, I need to tell all of my Christian brothers and sisters, stop giving the devil all those charges, okay? Stop giving the devil. It's the devil from within for a lot of this fall down and breakup. Watch this. The Bible says, by their fruits, you will know them. 30 days, King. of a bunch of foolishness. 30 days of disorganization, 30 days of disrespect, 30 days of not allowing the people that you hired that know what they're doing to help. It was a conundrum of foolishness. And even though I got paid for the job, they still owe me for mental health pay. On that day, we had press for the person that's in the picture. Y'all go on my timeline. Y'all know who. Y'all see the pictures. We had press for that person. So that's my boy right there. I got a shout out G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty right here in Atlanta, Georgia on the G-Wade Podcast. You can catch him on all social media platforms, including the MJ Own Network with the Bishop, Mr. Hezekiah Walker. So we got Hezzy in the building. We doing what we do. And going around, just making it wonderful. Because, you know, when I have celebs come in, I put on the Ritz. You know what I'm saying? I make them feel comfortable and I treat them whatever. The whole situation with these people was a mess. And social media is really good for what is good for. But people love to show the best parts of their life, everything flossy, everything drip. For real, they ain't doing nothing. And it angered me. It angered me that these people would go on social media and talk about how the devil came up against the project and how people were removed from the project that didn't need to be there. So for me, I got to call it a win. Anytime Hezekiah Walker comes, I get 2 media platforms that I mess with the long way. They get their interviews. 2 actors that I mess with, they got paid for being a part of it. I got to meet some wonderful people. Shout out to Natasha Garcia. Shout out Queen, AGI Entertainment. I got to meet the girls. Hello Sunday from the 17th season of The Voice. Met really wonderful people. So I had to take my wins with the loss. But this is what I'm saying about this industry. And so I'm glad this show is I Said It. Y'all out here in this industry, y'all ain't doing nothing. I said it. Y'all out here in this industry, y'all fronting, y'all pretending, y'all wasting people's time, y'all fronting. Man, that last project I was on, I take the wins with the wins, but that whole thing was a mess. They didn't know what they was throwing people under the bus, left and right, all in the name of Jesus. And then you wonder why we ain't got nobody coming to the church. You wonder why millennials don't want to join the church. By your fruits, they will judge you. We can't get nobody to come in the church because the people on the outside of the church looking at the church people saying, if that's how y'all act, Ty, stay in the street. So, yeah, that picture right there, I just got off of a 30-day project. I feel like I've been on that joint for 6 months. That's how ratchet it was. I said it. This is the I Said It show. I said it.
You definitely did. In that order.
In that order, just that way. All day, every day. And so for me, I'm always praying because God is like, what you say is great, Laura, but you got to work on your delivery. So during this time, I've been saying, God, send me a witness. Because a lot of times my message gets screwed up. But God, lately, he's been putting a witness in the building. So shout out to my girl, Michelle Rainey, the best MU8 on the planet. She was there for the whole thing. And that's another win. Because when a celebrity come in town and I'm handling celebrities, I bring anybody that I ever mess with. I'm bringing them in because I know how hard they grinding and they need that celebrity plug. She was there, she was a witness, and when it was all said and done, she was like, I'm proud of you, Miss Laura. I'm so proud of you. Because people know, Skybox know. There's a day that I wouldn't have killed. I said, yo, I'll bring it to. I was like, let me right. Yo, shout out again to Natasha Garcia. Because when I came into this thing, these people had me thinking that this lady wasn't on her stuff. This lady is on her stuff. She's a queen. She's a gem. So I walked away with it with a lot of affiliations, some connections. They paid me my coin, but I would never work with them again. And I said it. I said it. This is the I Said It show, and I said it.
Hey, you gotta make it official then. You gotta make it official.
I said it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, real.
All right.
Okay.
With that being said, hey, you know, I'm sorry to hear about your experience. You know, really though, because it is a lot of just things in this industry where people say they can do this, do that. You know what I mean? And maybe let's just say that they're very ambitious. You know what I'm saying? They're very ambitious, and they were thinking bigger than they put too much food in their plate, and they wasn't gonna eat all that food. Like Mama said, don't put too much food in your plate if you're not gonna eat all that food. And what happened was, let's just say, they were so ambitious. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't. They overdid it. What they was ready for. So
they really, man, you are so diplomatic and so polite. And you know what? I didn't meet you by accident or just to be on your show. God has been teaching me by bringing people into my life that have the behavior that he wants me to get to. You said they was ambitious. I said they was ratchet. So I appreciate you for having a polite stance for who they were. But at the end of the day, it wasn't even being overly ambitious. It was that plus so much more, because I don't have a problem with the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, including me. When I make a mistake, when I'm working with somebody and I drop the ball, I go to them and be like, yo, I messed this up. I'm trying to fix it right now, but this is where we at, right? That helps the person on the other end to know where we are, know what we need to do to redirect and get things back on track. There is nothing more difficult than working with people who will not assume responsibilities for their blunders.
Yeah,
that's just hard to swallow. This industry and what we do is already difficult enough. And it's so many people that don't have integrity. But like I said, for real, these people out here, they ain't doing nothing. They showing you the best parts of their life. They using social media. They using social media to make it look like their stuff is so wonderful and fantastic. Trust me, I'm out here in these industry streets. They ain't doing nothing. Nothing. Okay.
But we're gonna continue to celebrate everything that you're doing, because you was doing something for real. You doing something. You doing, more than the usual, more than your average, even more than the average person that's out there really pursuing their dream in this industry when it comes to entertainment, movies, film, screenwriting. But you have exceeded, the stars, of a lot of people, not that being competition, but I'm just saying, like, you became 2020 International Screenwriter of the Year. You need to let us all know, like, the journey and how did that happen, the journey of when you started to do screenwriting and how you became 2020, because that's no time, like, because this is what, if I may assume, like a 4-year time period when you start doing screenwriting?
I started screenwriting maybe 2 years in. I became an International Screenwriter of the Year within 3 years of starting screenwriting, which is perfect because 3 is a special number to God. Within 3 years, I became an International, Screenwriter of the Year. So that's pretty dope. Thank you.
Amen. That's a blessing. That's why I had to. That's why I put you in the middle right there, because that's like, because that's how I feel like you feel. That's how I felt like you felt when that happened.
Yeah, that's it. I really did. It was a great honor. I was doing acting. I really thought that acting was gonna be my primary thing. And again, I'm gonna talk about the seminar coming up on December 11th. Y'all need to go ahead and register for my seminar. I'm gonna have y'all need to go ahead and register. But anyway, you have to find your groove in this industry. because I talked about the magnetic energy being pull, pull, pull. So I was doing acting. I love acting, but what I found is that in independent, when you're new, you're just like on set forever. You're really not making any strides. So once I got into speaking roles, I just stopped. All I would do is speaking roles. Then I got to a point where all I would do was paid speaking roles, and people complied. And so in that, I started writing. And when I started writing, I didn't say I'm writing and I automatically want to do a film. Right. I did a little tester on the writing, and then I started entering the writing into film festivals for writing, and it just started popping off. The first award I got was an online film festival. The second one I got was the hip hop film festival. That was in New York. I went to New York for that, and the screenplay just got pop. It just kept popping off awards. We currently stand right now as a 9-time award-winning screenplay. The screenplay has won 9 awards in 3 years, and out of those 9 awards, about 5 of them are winners, 3 of them are semifinalists. So the screenplay is doing really great things. And what I did was I did just like a prequel. So it's a snapshot of what the movie is going to look like. I did that on film, and it's called Choose This Day, the Prequel, and that's a 3-time award-winning film. So I feel real Gucci about it, and I can actually announce this now. I signed a deal memo with one of the members of the Peachtree Village International Film Festival, and they are going to actually be at the helm of Choose This Day. We were going to film it this year, but I'm still working on cameras rolling. So we're editing that. I got like, oh my God, it's so much going on.
That's awesome. Congratulations to you. Bravo. You know, that's another huge accomplishment to be proud of. You know what I mean? And this is actually a picture of some of the awards and that you were referring to.
Oh yeah. So the International Independent Film Awards was the very first award that I won for the screenplay. And that was in 2018. In 2018, we got the Hip Hop Film Festival as an official selection, but when all the votes were counted, we came in as semifinalists. Of course, that meant a lot to me because that's Harlem. So to be a semifinalist writer in my hometown of Harlem, that's dope. The next big win was in 2019 at the Georgia Shorts Film Festival. Shout out to them for showing so much love. 2019, the Do It Yourself film event, that's where we first screened Choose This Day, the Prequel. Drama Inc. Screenplay Competition 2020, we got official selection. And in 2020, I became the International Screenwriter of the Year from the Christian Film and Music Festival. So, yeah, I've been putting in some work.
That is awesome sauce, for real. That's dripping. That's awesome sauce, dripping, for real. That's greatness. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
That is what's up right there. There's a lot. I mean, just God had something special, you know what I mean, just awaiting for you, you know what I mean, once you had turned your life around, you know what I mean. That's just like what it be, you know what I mean. Like once we get into a you know, you start off, you know, in a, you know, very ambitious, you know, saying doing your thing, you know what I mean, going hard, you know what I'm saying, even since elementary school, you know, was known, ready for the spotlight, but you know, you just happen to go down the wrong road, you know, or you know, or what some would consider a wrong road. I don't know, whatever you want to call the road, because you learned from that road that you went down, and it became the powerful, beautiful woman that I see now. So you know what I mean. You became a queen, you know, in that transition.
Thank you.
Queen. And so, man. So what I want to do is I just want to show a couple more pictures because, you know, just you know, it's been so many experiences. So you can talk about this for a second.
Oh my goodness, that is me at the screening of Aspired by my friend, my baby, my son, Lando King. Shout out to Lando King. I met him when I first came here. Him and I were in a film together. Funny story. Lando says to me, Miss Laura, I love your work. I'm gonna put you in a movie. People say that all the time, right?
Yeah.
3 years later, he called me and I can't wait to Tasha. Okay, somebody's on. Okay. So he calls me, he puts me in his movie. I love him. I work with him all the time, and that's the screening of Aspired. I played the mom of a son who was gay.
Okay.
And it was the scene that really got me the most is that my son was killed in that. And as a mother of a Black child, that is always a looming possibility.
Right.
So that was a very emotional scene for me. I remember when the day that we were going to shoot it, that I was very separated from everybody, and there was another actress on set. And because Lando's worked with me before, he knows my method, and I was off and away, and the actress was coming in my direction, and I remember him. He said, leave her alone. He said she needs to be where she is for this scene. And so when you see the clip of that scene, you see me being a mother of a son that like I was in, like it took so much out of me that after I did it, and I told them before they shot it, I said, y'all need to get this in a couple of takes. I can't keep going. Can't keep going to that dark place. But that's the clip. And King, while you here, I have AGI Entertainment on. Hey, listen, Natasha, you're gonna have to go back and watch this. Oh yes, boo, I said it. I said all of it, Natasha. Yes, boo, I said it. You're gonna have to come in. Where was we at, King? At about 32 minutes. When I end this, oh, I said it, boo. Miss Laura, I got you, boo. I got you.
Bring them on camera. Bring them on camera. The more the merrier. The more the merrier.
So yes, that's a picture from me doing Aspired with Lando King. That is the clip.
Okay, word.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Nice. Okay,
so I'm trying to figure out, you really did your research. You are pulling like pictures. I tell people all the time, you put those pictures on social media, they public domain.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm definitely, I said it, gonna find it.
Oh man, okay. That is Ryan Christopher. He is celebrity stylist here in Atlanta, but he's international. You can see him on WeTV, Love and Hip Hop. He's all over the place. Has a long list of celebrity clients. We actually hired Christopher for a role in The Next Assignment, and he's a celebrity stylist, but he's a great talent too. He's a great actor. He's doing big things here in Atlanta as well. Shout out to Mr. Ryan Christopher.
Okay, nice. Shout out to Ryan. What about this young lady right here?
Wow. Okay. I don't know if your audience knows the story about the actress that was killed. She was murdered.
Oh, that's the actress? I'm so sorry.
Khalitha Foley. She's an actress. She was murdered a couple of weeks ago. It's maybe a month now, while sleeping at home. Her neighbor was cleaning his firearm, allegedly, and discharged the bullet, went through the wall, hit Carlitha in her head.
What?
And she died. Her son found her. Right now, they are doing his trial, the gentleman's trial in Gwinnett County, and we're waiting to see the outcome. It looked like Gwinnett County was trying to violate the Marcy law rights of the family. Marcy's law states that you cannot try a person in court unless you've done everything, exhausted every measure to have a family member or representative from the victim. And so they're dealing with that. But shout out to Carlitha, her family. I loved her. Everybody loved Carlitha. She's originally from Houston, Texas, moved here to chase her dream. She has a son now that is finishing up his last year in high school, on his way to college. That was a great loss to the entertainment community. Yeah, that is a picture of Carletha Foley. She was with me from the beginning, one of my riders. Rest in power, Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was so sorry to show that. Yeah, the reason why I had
No, it's
picked
fine.
that
I'm glad
particular
you showed
picture,
it.
I
I'm
picked that
glad you
particular
showed it.
picture because I saw several pictures of you and her when I was coming to your timeline, and I was like, okay, this is someone she must be very close to, so let me choose this particular picture.
I'm glad
Um,
you chose
but
it.
yeah,
I'm glad because it gives voice to her story. The odd thing about it is that when people told me I was on set, so I was like, all right, give me a minute. And so I had to finish doing what I was doing, and I had to finish doing the job that I was doing. But when I went to go look at the article, the weirdest thing is that Carletha's story was there, but it was about 5 or 6 stories of other African American women who had been murdered, killed, destroyed. And I'm thinking to myself, why are these stories not getting more airtime? I would have never seen the other stories if I had not went to go look for Carletha's story. So no, respect to you for putting it up. It keeps her story alive and it keeps Carletha on people's minds.
yeah, peace and condolences. My prayers to her family, to you. I'm sorry to hear that. About her. That's awful. Beautiful young lady. And man, just hard to
Yep.
see a young person that's another talent. Going too soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I had saw another young lady who was actually your profile picture, um, who also had, recently had passed as well.
That probably was Carletha, because as in respect to her passing, yeah, I put her on my profile. That is her.
Oh,
And the
that's
reason
her.
why
Okay.
she looks different is because she was an actress. So she have long hair one day, short hair the next day, bald head the next day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that is
Right.
Carletha. So yeah, for a while after her passing, my profile picture was just me just showing respect to her. So I put my profile picture
Absolutely.
with me and her.
Absolutely. They're both beautiful pictures
Yeah.
of her, just showing her personality.
Yeah, she was a
Yeah,
great girl. We loved her. Everybody loved Carletha.
definitely, definitely. And may she rest and rise in power. Continue to rise in
Yes,
power.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But I'm sorry to get you a little emotional, but
No.
this is this just a real show like that. We just 100, keep it 100, and you just recently was on Celebrate magazine, which is awesome. Congratulations, and you
Thank
need to
you.
definitely talk a lot more about the different faces in of you that's on this publication. It's awesome. I love it.
Absolutely no. I'm happy about Celebrate. Celebrate is I think that's my third mag cover since I've been in the industry. I got to a place where like I said, you have to create your foundation, your base for what it is that you want to do. You have to stick to that base. And so I made a decision, I think about 2 years ago. If I can't be on the cover, then I'm not taking the magazine, period. And so people are like, oh, that's arrogant. No, that's not what, it's not arrogant. It's what I state for me. That's what I state for me. And based on that, I got the Celebrate magazine cover. And what I did was, speaking back to what I said earlier, I ride for my team. So what I decided to do was to gift certain people pages in the magazine.
Mm,
I decided to do that. And so you're going to have stories from my personal furrier, Soleil Furriers in Baltimore, Maryland. He kept me suited and booted with all kinds of wonderful furs.
right.
My cousin, James Barlow, shout out to Harlem. He's doing his custom shirt line, all conscientious t-shirt messages. It's Harlem Snob, self-love nurtures, right? So he's in there. You're going to get an article from J.R. Reynolds. I met him. He was a stage manager for me, the commercial king. Ben Taylor. So inside of Celebrate magazine, I was being celebrated, but I chose to also celebrate people who have rolled with me. So you're going to get wonderful articles from them. And this is under the MJ Own network too, because for me, when I find something that works, I stay. And so if I work with you and I come to work with you for one thing and I find out you do something else, then I'm going to work with you on this something else. I was talking about that pulling energy in the entertainment, pulls you which way. I don't have time for that. I lock and load. I know what I want. When I connect with it, I build to make that thing successful. So that Celebrate magazine has sold out twice. And since it came out, so shout out to everybody, love to everybody for purchasing the magazine. Somebody, I'm not gonna say who, but they $20 a pop, and somebody bought 40. So I love you, baby. Thank you. But we sold out again. The publisher is actually working on getting more printed. But that Celebrate magazine, you can go on my timeline and see it. You can go to MJ Own Books and Publishings to purchase it. But yeah, I'm real happy about this magazine, and yeah, I'm just really excited. Oh my God! Shout out to Sharonda Official. If Sharonda watches this, and I didn't shout her out, Sharonda Official, Love and Hip Hop season 9 and 10. Also, she has a boutique. She is one of the actresses in Amp Studios. I love her. I got love for her. And her story is also in Celebrate magazine. Sharonda, I'm sorry, girl. I'm sorry if you watch this. I'm sorry, Sharonda. So yeah, Sharonda Official. Definitely check out her story. That's in Celebrate magazine right now as well.
Okay, cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On all the success and and being selling out twice. I know the publisher is very happy with you.
Oh yeah. The publisher is very happy.
So right here as well, you were celebrated on another publication, like you say.
Dorito magazine. That was my first cover. That was July of, I want to say 2020, maybe. I think July 2020. That was actually my first cover. So I really was excited about that. And that came on the heels of becoming Screenwriter of the Year. So I actually got both of those things around the same time. And that's when I started to formulate my relationship with Mariah Dorito. At that time, for that cover, she did not have her network. She actually got the network maybe 6 months later. So yeah, that was my first cover.
Nice. The first is always special.
Yeah.
Super special. You know what I mean? Because really though, how it works, in magazines, radio, TV, once someone gets familiar with you, they see you on this magazine and they want you on their magazine. You know what I mean? It alerts people when they hear you on this radio station. They want you on their radio. So
absolutely,
respect to that first publication that saluted you.
Absolutely.
Everyone that follows.
For sure, for sure.
So man, there's so much greatness. So much greatness.
Thank you. I want to, if I can, I just wanted to. Oh my goodness, camera's rolling.
All the time. Please go ahead.
This one right here, the picture that you showed just now, is cameras rolling, and we have it in the tank. And this one is going to be really deep. This one is going to tell the story of both myself and April Morrison, my executive producer, the journey as African American females in the industry. And this is going to be a very powerful feature film. We've done focus groups on it. The feedback has been amazing. We did a private screening this summer. The feedback was amazing. We are going to be premiering it. We're doing a whole big red carpet. Right now we're scouting celebrity hosts that we want to host, but this is a film for everybody in the industry. And I think people are going to be blown away because Cameras Rolling is a very transparent film. I think that, as a matter of fact, I know that Cameras Rolling is my best work to date. is my best work to date. And so I can't wait for everybody to see it. We're looking at premiering it in around Easter time of 2022, but cameras rolling. And shout out to my film team, Fee, Lawrence, and all the other guys. They come in. They doing a Black Magic 6K Thug Thizzle. Shout out to them for respecting me and my executive producer, respecting our vision, respecting what we stand for as women filmmakers, and cameras rolling. We're finished it. It's done. Post-production is done. I have to do the credit part in the IMDb, and everybody knows that's time consuming and cumbersome, but it has to be done. I'm going to do that over the Christmas holiday, and we're bringing you cameras rolling, red carpet event. Y'all come out, buy your tickets. This is not going to be a free event. You're going to want to get your tickets. It's going to be this is the one. This is definitely the one. And we already have options for distribution on this one. So we're real happy about that.
Congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Thank
you know what I mean? Look like you all crossed your T's and dotted those I's a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, in the background, too, I see your banner is obviously your logo, Unshakable Faith Productions.
Yes.
I love that. You know, and what was the conclusion of you coming up with that name and that particular logo, and just, you know, what it looked like, everything? You know?
Actually, the name came to me from God, just like the Soulwriter. That came to me from God. God oftentimes he tells me what it's supposed to be, but in order for me to believe that I was going to be successful as a Black woman over 50 in an industry, as I said before, that's ageist, racist, and sexist, I had to have unshakable faith. So it kind of just fit with me believing that I was going to be successful. And yeah, that's I had to have unshakable faith. I had to have unshakable faith not to tap out, man. This industry will make you tap out. This industry will make you tap out. You got to have, you can't believe what these people are saying. You got to be able to hear what's inside. And God said it was going to be. I believed him, and I had unshakable faith.
I heard that. I love that. You know, and you definitely have to have faith, you know what I'm saying, and stay prayerful in this industry, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
It'll absorb you. Yeah, for real. But yeah, you know, you just been doing so many incredible things, you know, so many different films. Now, who are some of your favorite films growing up watching, or, you know, maybe of lately when you decided that you wanted to become a screenwriter? You know, is there a particular films maybe that you always liked in your life, movies, or is there ones that really stood out to you that became prevalent to you when you started to build your own?
I think that I'm a different type of filmmaker in terms of when I sit down and I listen to filmmakers, they can speak very comprehensively and they can reference a certain film and the feel of the film and the angles and how I think I'm a different type of filmmaker. For me, the thing that I like to watch the most is documentaries. I didn't know that I would be a documentary filmmaker, but Cameras Rolling is a documentary. Choose This Day is a biopic. I feel like I did not choose my genre of filmmaking. It chose me. I'm going to be a documentary filmmaker. I'm going to always be a filmmaker that does things like biopics that piques my interest, because I believe that it's okay to watch stories, but we have so many real stories that need to be told, and somebody has to tell them. And I have the opportunity to do that because for me, all your story needs to do is to ring true to humanity. So it always goes back to humanity for me. So I don't have any, but I like musicals as well, but I don't have any film that I looked at and says, oh, that film has inspired me to be a filmmaker. Nah, that's not my life. That's not my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a documentary chick, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What am I watching now? I actually haven't found anything to binge now, but Netflix has this joint all called The Maid. It's called The Maid. Man, is so dope. So I'm watching that. It's real gritty, great acting in it. So that's what I'm watching right now. But at any given time, I could be watching anything. I think that in terms of my viewing, I have a diverse palette when it comes to television, film, and theater. So I'm not locked and loaded into one thing.
Okay. So, real quick, if I may add, what about Literacy Corner? Because during that Literacy Corner, you had the opportunity to interview some great features, just some great celebrities, legends. Can you speak a little bit about that time and what inspired you to start and become executive founder of the Literacy Corner?
Okay, so the Literary Corner was really like the beginning of the transition from corporate into entertainment. And always for me, I want to get a feel for how do things work. That's how I learned. That's how I learned. So I wanted to know how things worked. I launched the Literary Corner at maybe 2014. It's been a long time. 2014, 2013, I don't know. And started doing that show, and it just blew up. I really don't know what to say about the show. We had Chrisette Michelle, Murphy Lee, Floyd Money Mayweather's Chef Q. Like, I don't know. It took off and it blew up. But I think that one of the reasons that it did was I opened my platform, just like you open your platform to me. I produced a total of 213 free shows. You did not have to have any money to come on my show. You did have to have your stuff together, but you didn't have to have any money. And by having the show, when you have a show or a podcast, they were like, Miss Laura, can you come here? Can you come there? That's when I started traveling to Atlanta. So the Literary Corner was actually my springboard that actually assisted in my exit from corporate America into entertainment.
Okay. I love that. And I love the angle that you came at and accomplished over 200 shows. That's amazing. Congratulations. You know what I mean? I grew up listening to Murphy Lee, Chrisette Michelle, she's an awesome talent, as well. So yeah, so congratulations on everything, you've been doing and all your accomplishments. Now this 2020, was something awful, now obviously you came out of it being the international screenwriter of the year. But with that being said, still, what was your experience like in 2020, and how do you feel like it changed you for the better, made you more powerful, whatever the case may be?
Are we talking as it relates to everything that's going on socioeconomically and in addition to the pandemic?
Yes.
Oh, that would be a whole nother show, but
okay, well then
that would be a whole nother show. I muddled through and I came through like everybody else. I think that for me, the first aha moment is when I had come out when they were talking about they were gonna lock everybody down. And I always have been good with keeping things. I was raised by my grandmother, so I'm real old school. So I had enough food and everything I needed. And God was telling me to go get more water. I was like, God, I got plenty. He was like, you need to go and get water. So I got in my car and I went to go get water. And every place I went, of course, there wasn't any water, right? But he didn't really want me to go out to get water. He wanted me to go out and see the pandemonium. People were pushing people, they was tipping old women out the car. Like, of course, I'm being, facetious, but he wanted me to see the panic and the grab. And I was able to see that and understand that we will never go back to normal. There is no such thing as a new normal. It's just the new. And so I am doing the best to adjust to the way things are. I've had the COVID. I came out of it. Thank God, with flying colors. In terms of the vaccine, I'm not vaxxed. I'm not anti-vax. I'm just pro-choice. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. We're going into a new thing. And so based on going into that new thing, I think people really need to pay attention to all the messages that you're receiving. And then the biggest message is the message that you get from a higher authority. So based on me following what comes from a higher authority, I'm making it out here in these Corona streets.
You making it out here in these Corona streets. I hear you. I see you.
Yeah. But King, I do want to talk a little bit about the seminar, and then I gotta do deuces. Can I talk a little bit about the seminar?
No, please. I want you to talk about what's most important that you want to talk about. Before we get out of here, before my juice run out. I'll talk about.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you for having me as a guest. I want to thank you from the top, the middle, and the bottom of my heart for having me as a guest. For show. And just want to let everybody know that December the 11th, 2021, I am doing a one day, 2-session conference from 9 to 2 children and momagers, and from 4 to 9 adults. In this seminar, you're going to get the good from Miss Laura. Also, we're going to be doing headshots. You're going to get your headshots. In addition to that, we're going to have actually a lottery there. And so somebody is going to, from the children's group, somebody is going to win a class at AGI. From the adult group, somebody's going to win a class. The entire seminar is going to be filmed. So if you've never received an IMDb credit, you will be receiving one if you come to the seminar. At the seminar, you're also going to do a 1-page skit. We're going to get that all on film for you. We're going to talk about agencies, and we're also going to have a talent rep at the seminar. It is December the 11th, 2021. My team is working on all of the details. And yes, there is a cost associated with the seminar, people. So I'm going to be sending out all that information, but tell a phone, tell a friend. You don't want to miss this seminar. Y'all already know I always sell out, and everything I do is dripping, popping, and all of that. So make sure that you guys come out to the seminar. It's called Level Up with Laura. We got some special celebrity guests in the building, and you're going to want to get your ticket and be at that. Thank you so much, IG. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm getting ready to say goodbye to the show. And then, that's it for me. You can check me out on all social media platforms. On Facebook, Laura Poindexter. On IG, it's The Soulwriter 1. On Twitter, it's Miss Resourceful. On LinkedIn, it's Laura Poindexter. Then if all else fails, Google me. I'll come up, or ask Siri, who's Laura Poindexter? Siri will tell you who I am. Thank you so much, everybody.
Hey, I love that. It says Siri will tell you who I am. I heard that. Hey, so, Miss Laura Poindexter, you are awesome, this incredible talent, this incredible lady, I love your spirit, your energy, and I just want to continue to just tell you that you definitely have my support right here at Isaidit.tv.com. I just want to continue to.
I said it. I
just want to continue to wish, great things to happen for you, and all of your dreams continue to come true and become even bigger than what you even wish or visualize. I want to continue to wish, safety over your life and all your family and friends, and even those that look up to you, and love you. So just be safe out there and just continue to just be great. And Unshakable Faith, Productions, is in the house all the way from Harlem. It's all about New Queen. And I'm so happy that you was able to make it. And thanks for taking time. Hey, I'm glad you had time today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Just showing up and just being yourself all the time. Yeah, and we've been having some comments come in, and just for the record.
Oh, for sure. I'll stay for the comments. What they talking about?
Not much. I'm just going to show one comment because they took the time today. But they send a lot of emoji stuff this one place. So so appreciate everyone that tunes in, from all over the world, because it gets seen, I'm just so grateful that, you never know who sees your work and who's watching out there. So,
absolutely.
So we just appreciate the support, and people that take time to even leave an emoji. So thank you, webcam.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. And actually, this is the point of my show where oh yeah, thank you also Miss Poindexter for that video that you created. It was awesome. I love that. You
Oh,
know, that you took the time to do. Um, people just don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
So
for
that's the
sure.
stuff
That
I
was a hot
appreciate.
video too. That was a hot video.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. We look good networking together.
Yeah, we do. We do. We do.
So yeah, yeah, but I just want you to know that you definitely welcome back. You know what I mean? Maybe when you drop your next project, you know what I mean, something like that. We'll figure it out, and we definitely have to bring you back on this platform. You definitely welcome back, and I welcome you to network, and if you didn't know, then you definitely want to take advantage of the promotion that I'm doing with my publication because I'm coming out with my own publication after working 17 years with a magazine. I retired after 17 years at the beginning of this year, and now I started my own magazine now at the end of the year. And I got a great staff of people from all over the world. You know what I'm saying? I have a staff of 12 people right now, 2 editors, and this is going to be really dope. And I look forward to this. I welcome everyone to participate and just invest. Small investment, you get a whole lot more on my platform than what I asked for. That's just what it is. So
Well, then keep me up to date. As I just said, you heard on my whole interview. That's what I'm about. I'm about, see, so for me, everybody's wrapped up in the celebrities. The celebrities are the people that I interact with every day. I got a couple here that I'm getting ready to work with. They are my Jay-Z and Beyonce. So I
right.
look at it a whole different way. So just let me know.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just love more of everything that you've been doing, all of your accomplishments. And again, congratulations on what you say, 9 awards that you have received for your
Screenwriting.
for your screenwriting. Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank
So
you.
let me find that picture again. I love that. When you standing next to the award. Is that it right here? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so many more. When in that one, I had only 6, now 9. I have 12. 9 for screenwriting and 3 for filmmaking.
Look at you. Look at God.
Look at God.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Flashback. I actually just put that. I did that repost. That's right before I packed my bags and came to Atlanta.
Okay. That's what's happening. Yep, I seen this was your flashback, so I was like, let me load this up too. Let me load this in the in
Yep.
my pic. Yep. So how much had that woman changed, and what would you tell that particular woman before you moved to Atlanta? If you could say something to her.
If I could talk to her now when she getting ready to leave,
Mm-hmm.
I would tell her that she can do it. I would tell her you don't have to be. I would tell her that the fear that you have is going to slow up the process. See, I know that now. I would tell her that a certain amount of fear is definitely necessary, but I would tell her you're going to make it. You're going to be successful.
That's right. You absolutely did. You know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm just so excited for you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I'm really excited because, when you know that a person's been grinding, they've been working, they didn't give up, they kept going, that's something to be celebrated.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure.
And I can see why you ended up on Celebrate magazine. It was appropriate. It was just appropriate.
Thank you so much.
So, no, thank you. And thank you again, Laura Poindexter, for being on this show today. Founder, CEO of Unshakable Fate Productions, and also 2020 International Screenwriter of the Year. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. Hey, where's my go-to? Where's my go-to picture? There we go. There we go. Yeah. So actually,
Yeah,
but yeah, keep in touch though. Keep in touch.
I
I welcome
will.
you to.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you. I do welcome you to always stay around. I welcome all my guests to stay around. As what I do at the end of all my shows is I give a shout out to my sponsors and to my people and my media partners that I work with and network.
Okay.
Yep. So you're welcome to stay around if you like, but otherwise, just again, thanks for being here. I really enjoyed you. Just celebrating your legacy, beautiful story, and thank you for just sharing, your truth.
Thank you, King. You know your girl gotta go. I got stuff to do.
I already know. Queen. Peace to you, though, Queen. Be
Thank
safe
you,
out
King.
there. Enjoy your
Salute.
day. Peace.
Salute.
Thank you again to everybody that was tuned in today, who was able to make it laugh. Even though if you didn't make it laugh, it's okay. Go ahead and make sure you share this video. I really appreciate your time. And at this point of the show, this is where, again, like I just said, I make sure I shout out all my peoples that they rock with me on the daily. You know what I'm talking about? They got my back out here, and this entertainment thing. You know what I'm talking about? So I just want to show a few people in particular being my sponsors and direct media. The first person on the show is the main attraction, because I definitely want you all to know about the main attraction that's located in Hammond, Indiana on Calumet Avenue. So check this out. This is actually the place located where I'm going to be doing my magazine launch party, 11/11. That's November the 11th. So we're not far away. So you definitely want to get prepared, order your tickets like ASAP. You know what I mean? They're only $20, and you actually get a discount if you choose to do the participate in the actual magazine. Because obviously it's a magazine launch party. This is the actual flyer right there. Yep, that it right there. Yep. Hold on, let me take this down. Okay, yeah. So basically, if you want some more information, just email me at isaidit.mc@gmail.com. Again, it's going to be awesome. We're going to have singers, dancers, poetry. It's going to be catered food there. And what's really great is that you're going to get to see the cover for the first time. It's all going to be revealed. And I'm excited to reveal it, to just show the world, what I've been working on and who I'm going to celebrate first. Is coming out with a publication that's been in my mind for years, concept wise. But, I'm going to drop it now. It's right, Godspeed, So that's just what it is. Um, But my first person I want to shout out, actually, and this is actually one of the people that's affiliated. She's one of my writers in the publication. I'm grateful to have her on the team. I'm talking about the legendary Miss Cynthia Traveling Queen LLC, and she's a travel agent. So it's anywhere in the world that you want to go, I suggest this is the woman that you go through. She has great rates, and you can contact her real easy. Just contact her by website or by her phone number. Yep, that's what you do. Peace to you, Queen. Appreciate you. Yeah, now this real quick is just a quick movie alert, because you always got a quick movie alert every show, And I'm just gonna remind y'all again, you have to go see this movie. This is by Life and Entertainment, written and produced by my friend Gina Hills, and so I'm out of Memphis. So man, just congratulations to her in this film. So make sure y'all go check that out. Man, shout out to my brother, man, out there in the Dominican Republic, you know what I'm saying, in the house. Blue Smoke Entertainment, man, and one of the only international Skrilla. You know what I mean? He's a recording artist, engineer, producer, and just, just a real one. So, man, make sure y'all support Blue Smoke Entertainment. Yeah, also, again, this is information about Gina Hills. Life and Entertainment does marketing, promoting, recognition, and interviews as well. So celebrity interviews. So make sure y'all support her. She just recently interviewed Anthony Hamilton. Dope interview too. And he's gonna be back too. He asked to be back, so that's like pretty cool. So make sure y'all keep up with GinaHills.com. And this is gonna be just a quick book alert. Are You Still in Love with Who by Nicole S. Brown. And man, she's a very talented young lady out down south area. And man, she written this book. It's not just her first book. She's a pro at this. It's like her 19th book. So I suggest you, and I recommend everyone to purchase her book. Look her up on Amazon. Google her. You know what I'm saying? She's a great writer. You know, this book is actually going to be featured inside my new magazine. I'm happy to say. And then, if you all don't know, Show Off Your Talent Best Clean YouTube Video Contest, which airs the last Friday of every month. This is where we give away $100 in cash to your Cash App and over $1,000 in prizes. So, man, I'm just really grateful to be doing that. And we had to reschedule the other day, and this is actually going to be the new date and time. It's been updated, the flyer. So that's actually tomorrow. Yeah, that's actually tomorrow, November the 1st, because today's October 31st. So yeah, from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Tune in live. International Skrilla, Mimi Acosta, and Tony Jordan with all my sponsors. Who helped make it happen. Thank you very much. I am grateful for all y'all, man. Straight up, much love. Also, shout out to MIA Entertainment Group, the one and only Mimi Acosta. Man, she's just does awesome things, works in productions, film. She's an actress herself. She's just really been doing her thing, and she's actually one of the people behind this show right here, which I have a commercial for, which I'm about to play. But this is called Bars and Beyond, and like I say, let me just play a little clip from Bars and Beyond.
Welcome to Bars and Beyond. I'm DeMarco275.
I am Courtney Levette, and welcome to the brand new set of Bars and Beyond. If you're an entertainer of any sort, actor, singer, dancer, influencer, we want you here on this set.
Absolutely. If you got the charisma, the sauce, and the dope story, come holla at us. We want to talk to you on that couch.
Make sure you guys go follow all of our platforms at Bars and Beyond on Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. And if you have a Roku TV, make sure you hit us up on the Producers Network where you can stream Bars and Beyond from your home. Check in with us. I'm Courtney Levette. That's LAVETTE_. And my guy over here,
DeMarco275, DEMARCO. Come tap in with us.
Yep, so that's a new show, like I said, that Mimi Acosta is behind, working with TPN. So man, much love to everyone that's affiliated with that. So make sure y'all support Bars and Beyond. Also make sure y'all support the homie Little John, DJ Little John, with his station Mainstream Radio. And I actually learned the Mainstream Radio through my friend She Bananas, the one and only celebrity personality on My Radio Chicago. She Bananas became the first lady and manager of Mainstream Radio. And so I actually went to the release party recently, and it was dope. It was dope. And I'm just proud of what they're doing. And like I say, another black man out here and just taking control and doing what your dreams is. Following your dreams. This is actually She Bananas, who I'm referring to, my friend. She hosts the afternoon kickback every day throughout the week, Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on My Radio Chicago on the afternoon kickback. So man, make sure y'all follow her show. It's really entertaining, really good, and every day she has a different theme, which is really nice. So man, just follow up with her. Peace to you, Queen. Appreciate you. Don't forget it when y'all want photography done, anything like that. My brother got a studio out there in Harvey. That's Chicagoland area, considered South Suburbs. DMP Magazine. He does travel a little bit too. He'll come to do events and all of that. But man, make sure y'all rock with Dean's photography, Dean Moulton Photography. Man, this dude, one of the best that ever did it. Yeah. Then also, let's never forget, thank you again always to everyone that participated with the backdrop, the custom backdrop. Man, when I started this in April, some question like, what are you doing? But, for those that chose to rock with me, I'm grateful, man. And, we stand strong. You know what I'm saying? 300. Shout out to my brother, man. He's one of my sponsors, StreetScienceRadio.com out of Bloomington, Illinois. He's been on the radio for over now, what, 15 years, Phil? How long it's been, Phil Cantone? I don't know, man. It's been a while, man. But you've been doing your thing. I'm proud of you. And I just, recommend everyone support my brother, streetscienceradio.com. Man, again, shout out to Tribute to Women event tour. This is something I started 4 years ago. And actually, it'll be coming back soon. If I can manage to honor some more extraordinary black women by the end of this year, I promise it won't be long. You know what I'm saying? Early in the coming, year 2022. Man, 2022, that sounds weird. But yeah, in 2022, man, look forward to Tribute to Women. We'll be back honoring more extraordinary black women. Also, shout out to the one and only. I'm talking about this woman is a pioneer in hip hop, true legend. Been rapping since 1982 and doing her thing. And people have been biting out her style ever since. But she is the first Asian female MC, first Dutch female MC, first lady of Ultra Magnetics and out the Bronx. I'm talking about the one and only LJ Wicks at LJ Wicks, on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow her, better known as LJ Fresh. Man, she's been really doing her thing. I'm trying to tell you, like, she's literally been rapping since 1982. That's just unbelievable when you think about it. And she's located in the Netherlands. So, you know what I mean? Much love to everyone in Amsterdam area, Western Europe. Much love. And I'm glad to say she's actually one of my writers in the publication, and she's going to be covering artists that's overseas and in that predominantly like in that area. Just to feature to help feature to the world. Space Queen. And what's up to Lanisi Alex Spa? She has a beautiful spa. Actually, is located in Plainfield, Illinois. And you definitely want to come and check her out. She's really doing miraculous things, helping people with self-esteem. I'm just proud of everything she's doing. I'm proud to have her on the team, and she takes care of not only men but women too. Not only women but men too. You know what I'm saying? It's universal. It's universal. Just helping people what they look like. It's how you look is how you feel. A lot of times. So what I mean. Hey, you need what is that? Facial, eyebrows, all that stuff. She do all of that stuff. I'm trying to tell you. So hey, hit her up. And her website is actually LadiciAlex.com. So support her. Also shout out to my friend LilyB.com. And she's located right here out of Chicago, motivational speaker, been doing her thing as well. She creates animation videos, commercials for people. And so I recommend you all hit her up, LilyB.com. Her name's Linda Gregory on Facebook. Then when it comes to the hair business, if you ever decide that you wanted to be in the hair business and it's something that you are ambitious to do, then I suggest that you hit up my friend Dolores Green. She actually working with AC Green. They have a great project that he helped formulate, and he just giving people opportunities. And through that, Dolores has a great website called Hair Boss Biz with a Z.com, and she's helping people to get into the business as well. If you just want to make like a lot of money doing selling hair and stuff, you can do that now too. So that's what's up. So peace to my friend Dolores. Yeah, we can't forget about my friends over at Just Me Magazine. Shout out to Elise Boswell. Man, she's been in the game for now, just celebrated 9 years in the magazine business. Congratulations to her, Black owned, Black operated. And she's just been giving a lot of people opportunities and highlighting our beautiful culture on her magazine, Just Me Magazine. She has actually another magazine called All of Us magazine too, where she features everyone. This particular magazine, she really salutes the Black culture. So, shout out to her and salute to her for that. JustMeMagazine.com. Yep, and when it comes to the sauce, she got the sauce. I'm talking about Sinful Sauce by Cinnamon. And you just gotta follow the sauce to embrace the sauce, is what she says. So hit her up. Her name is Hazel Merritt on Facebook. Um, and it's Sinful with a C. All right. And she has hot sauce and barbecue sauce. And then again, like I say, man, today is the last day for 175 equals 6. Did you know this? Man, y'all better tell somebody, y'all better stop playing. I'm just saying, you could have saved $100 a couple of weeks ago when it was 75 equals 6, but y'all playing though. It's cool though, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people taking advantage of this opportunity, and kudos to them, because that's why I created it. I want y'all to be able to save money and not have to worry about, should I pay the phone bill, pay my rent, or help to put money in marketing my brand itself. You can do both now at this price. You know what I'm saying? At 175 equals 6 months of advertising for real. But it's okay though. If you miss this, when you see this, it goes up only $100. So it's gonna be 275 equals 6 tomorrow, starting tomorrow. 275 equals 6 months. But it's y'all choice. But I welcome everyone to support the new magazine, everything that's coming, and also support my friend Hands of Love, Relax, Revitalize, Restore, and she has a spa of her own, and coming soon. So just stay tuned. She also has a beautiful show coming called the Original Love and Tea Variety Show. She trusted me to create the flyer for it, and I don't even have the flyer on hand. Good job, Mike. But make sure y'all support my friend Phyllis. She coming. She coming. Also, again, this is for the people that just always ask, "What do you do? Who are you?" Um, so I do a little bit of like a lot of everything. I've been for over 20 years, and this is what I do. So this is just like a little breakdown, just a little information I'm going to continue to share every show, and I just appreciate everyone's support out there, like all around the world. But when it comes down to it, you got to have unshakable faith, just like Miss Laura Poindexter, our special guest today, our celebrity guest. I just appreciate her support again, her faith, her unshakable faith. She showed and told the beautiful story of how, through faith, you can make miracles happen. And that's what she did. She really turned her life around, and her story is amazing. I suggest everyone rewind this whole video and listen to this young lady's story. It's just unbelievable where where she started and where she was going, and how she jumped on another road and became 2020 International Screenwriter of the Year. That is unbelievable. I love it. Love it. Much love. Peace to the queen. Yep. And again, my next interview will be coming up soon. I don't have a particular date in hand to tell you at this moment, but just know I got another one coming soon. Just stay tuned to my network. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed when you see this, and just tell a friend. What I'm doing over here. I'm working hard. I'm trying to bring you all again, as I repeat, like at the beginning of the show, the best guests and interviews I can provide from people that's here in the entertainment industry, along with media, along with people that's building in our community and just making a difference. So that's what I'm doing. That's my aim. And so just continue to tune in and share my video. All right. I said it, and make sure y'all support Laura Poindexter. You already know why, because I said it. And if anybody asks, I said it. Blessings.